Dana is a college student who just got dumped by her professor, whom she was dating. To cheer her up, her friend Jules invites her to spend the weekend with her boyfriend, Kurt, and his friends. She is so excited that she even dyes her hair for the trip. Jules plots to set Dana up with Kurt's friend, Holden, no matter how much Dana refuses.
I knew what I was getting into. Oh, please. You know what you're getting into this weekend?
They are set to leave for the weekend, where they will be at Kurt's cousin's house. One of their friends, Marty, shows up completely high and even smoking as he was driving.
Oh my God.
In the backseat screaming out loud.
As they leave the house, someone is watching their movements and reporting that they have left. They go somewhere uncivilized to escape from their lives in the city. On the other hand, Sitterson and Hadley work in a secret facility. A new employee, Truman, just came in, and they told him how things operate around here. They seem to be tracking their target using a GPS. The friends stop somewhere to refuel, but the place seems abandoned and no one responds. Holden, Kurt's friend, gets inside the convenience store and a man appears. They tell him they want gas and also ask for directions. The man is rude, and he tells them it would be hard for them to come back. Kurt angrily throws a dollar bill at the man for his rudeness, and they continue their journey. Along their way, they get into a tunnel, but it's not just a tunnel. It was a secret tunnel in which a secret facility operated. They get to the old house and they get inside. They all get to their rooms, and Holden sees a strange painting hanging on the wall. When he takes it down, there is a secret mirror in front of him, and he sees Dana in front of him. It is one of those rooms that looks like an interrogation room.
No way.
She can't see him at all, and she starts undressing.
Oh, shit.
Holden immediately gets to his friends and shows them the room. Holden then offers to switch rooms with Dana so she gets more comfortable. Dana gets to her room and hangs the painting back, but it is too strange, so she covers it. Sitterson and Hadley are watching what's going on inside the house from their screens. They have a camera set up in all of the rooms where the friends are. They even control their body by giving them drugs without them ever knowing. They drugged Jules through her hair dye that she used.
Works its way into the blood, through the scalp, very gradual.
Hadley receives a call from the man in the convenience store. It seems like he is in on the operation. He gives them an update about the people arriving at the house. The friends are having a good time, and everything seems to be going normally. Back in the facility, their pictures are on the screen along with several pieces of personal information. People in the facility start betting their money on what seems like a game that the people will be participating in.
Betting windows are closing. Okay, who's still out?
The newcomer to the facility, Truman, finds it very strange that people are betting on other people's lives and seems hesitant about the whole thing. He asks them how this is fair for the players when all the outcomes are controlled. They tell him they make all their changes after they get to the cellular, but of course, even then, they make adjustments and control the outcomes.
How can you wager on this when you control the outcome?
The friends decide to play a game of truth or dare, and Jules goes first, where she is dared to make out with a dead animal hanging on the wall. She dramatically walks towards the animal and starts kissing it while the rest of the crew watches her in shock. Next up is Dana's turn, but suddenly something happened. The basement door opened from the floor. Kurt said it's probably the wind, and Jules sees this as an opportunity to dare Dana to go down to the basement and stay there for some time.
What the hell was that? It's the cellar door. I dare you.
Dana goes to the basement and looks around to see some old books and pictures. One of the pictures spooked her, and she screamed, so everyone went down to the basement to help her.
Dana! You okay?
When they get there, they see all these strange old materials, and they begin to explore each one. There is a necklace, a music box, and a book.
Look at all this.
As Jules is about to put the necklace on and Kurt is about to open a box, Dana opens the book and starts reading to them what she has found.
April 4th. Father was cross with me and
It is a diary of a girl from ages ago. She and her family find pleasure in pain, and she states that she has found a way to bring back her family. Marty tells them they should stop reading the book, as they can get in trouble and awaken bad spirits. Dana disregards his warning and continues reading more. She reads lines that are in Latin.
Super Vivo Caro. Dolor.
As soon as she starts reading the Latin spell, things start emerging from the ground. Sitterson starts to celebrate while some of the facility members seem to be disappointed. The money they were betting earlier was for determining which monster the friends might choose, and the maintenance group won the bet.
Go to maintenance.
They also watch other monsters from players around the world.
We need the Japanese crew to get it done. There's too much writing on this.
Jules starts acting in a very provocative way, so Dana and the rest of the crew sit and stare with surprise on their faces. Marty notices her behavior and comes up with a theory of why she's acting like this, but Kurt interrupts him before he can speak out and goes outside the house with Jules. Marty asks Dana if she has noticed something weird is going on by the way everyone is acting. She tells him Jules is probably drunk, and it's nothing. He tells her they're seeing what they want to see and acting like puppets. Dana and Holden are left alone, so they start having a conversation while Jules and Kurt are running further away from the house and getting into the forest. They start getting physical and finally start to make love on the ground, but someone stabs Jules's hand from behind, and she starts screaming. When the dead man starts approaching Jules, Kurt jumps him and puts him to the ground, but he stabs Kurt from behind. Another one comes and drags Jules to the ground before finally tearing her apart while Kurt watches. After she is killed, Sitterson and Hadley say a ritual prayer. After that, Hadley pulls down the handle as blood pours down to what looks like a tomb. Marty is reading a book, but he hears these voices that tell him to go outside for a walk. He walks past Dana and Holden, who are making out on the sofa, and goes outside. He stands there peeing, but something creeps behind him. Kurt comes out of nowhere and screams at Marty, saying they should run. They both run back to the house, and even encounter a dead girl on their way.
Where are you? Hold on. Is all of this from you?
When they get to the house, they tell Dana and Holden that Jules is gone. Dana couldn't just accept the death of her friend, so she opened the door to find her. When she opens the door, a dead man is standing in front of her, carrying a human head in his hands. He throws the head to Dana, and when she sees it is Jules's head, she starts screaming. Kurt and the others get the man out of the house with the help of Dana. Marty tells her that there's also a dead young girl out there, and Dana remembers the girl whose diary she read earlier on. Kurt then proposes they stay together, which makes their chance of escaping high. Sitterson and Hadley, back at the facility, are not very happy with Kurt's move, so they drug him into changing his idea and telling them to split up. They all get to their rooms, which are locked in, and Marty discovers there's a camera in their room.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. What the?
Sitterson and Hadley are nervous about Marty finding out the truth, and before they can drug him, they see a zombie crawling to his window, so they sit back and watch what comes next, hoping Marty gets killed. The zombie attacks Marty and throws him out of the room. Marty tries to fight it off, but the zombie stabs him in the back and drags him to the forest. Dana is in her room when a zombie attacks her. Holden breaks the mirror between their rooms, and she escapes. Meanwhile, Kurt is locked inside his room, and they all decide to meet each other in the basement. The zombie attacks Holden from the basement door. Dana stabs him consecutively until he's unresponsive. Kurt gets to the basement and they all run away from the house and get inside their car. When Dana asks about Marty, Kurt tells her he is dead and they drive away from the place. Sitterson watches how the other monsters are doing in other countries, and they are not happy about the result, as most of the monsters are defeated.
American.
Any word from downstairs?
Downstairs doesn't care about Japan.
Hadley spots Kurt's car and realizes they're escaping. The system glitches, so they blow the tunnel, forcing them to turn back. At the destroyed bridge, Kurt decides to jump across on a motorcycle to get help. He makes the jump, but the other side is fenced with no way out. Holden and Dana have no choice but to drive back to the house and find another way to escape. Dana is convinced that there's no way out and that they're being played. Holden tries to calm her down, but suddenly he is stabbed from behind and the car crashes into a lake. Dana swims out of the car and gets outside. The people in the facility start celebrating and tell the newcomer that Dana's death is optional.
But she's still alive.
A virgin's death is optional, as long as it's last.
Dana lies on the floor in fear when the zombie who killed Jules shows up and chokes her. The facility members at this point are celebrating the huge success. They get a call saying the mission failed. Someone besides Dana is still alive. As a zombie attacks Dana, Marty appears and saves her. They flee to a grave where Marty reveals an elevator he found. Inside, they descend and encounter various monsters along the way. Dana screams in agony as they discover they are inside the cubes where they keep monsters. The facility's members discover that Marty is resistant to all the drugs they gave him because of the stuff he has been smoking. After they identify their cube, they let Dana and Marty go, but send a bunch of soldiers to kill them.
And let us get it over with.
Dana and Marty hear the footsteps of the soldiers and hide inside the control room. When they learn that they might not get out alive, they plan to destroy the facility by letting the monsters out. They released all the monsters one by one. The facility starts to be haunted by their own creations and chaos runs through the building. Dana and Marty had to get out of there and they escaped through a secret passage. The main room where Sitterson and Hadley are at is compromised and Hadley is killed. Before one of the doctors Sitterson can escape, a monster comes and snatches the doctor away. Sitterson escapes using the passage, but he is stabbed by Dana. Dana and Marty get to the secret tomb. A ritual sacrifice is done at this place. A woman comes out and starts explaining to them why this is happening. She tells them a sacrifice of the youth is needed in order to maintain the world's order and peace. If not, the old gods will emerge and destroy the world. She explains that each must die as a sacrifice to the gods. The whore, the athlete, the scholar, the fool, and finally the virgin, whose death is optional. If not, the gods will rise and destroy the world. Marty must die before sunrise. Dana hesitates, then points the gun at him, but a monster attacks her from behind. A zombie kills the lady, and Marty and Dana once again remain. They forgive others for turning against one another, and they hold hands as they watch the whole world crumble by the rise of the ancient evil gods. Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.